Good morning, students. Today we will discuss the first unit of our syllabus, network hardware and software. We will see the introduction of what a computer network is. A computer network is a collection of computers that are interconnected by some technology. There are two computers are said to be interconnected if they can exchange data or information between them. So how can we interconnect computers? There should be some medium of communication between computers so that they can transfer data. So it can be through copper wire, fiber optic cable, or they can use infrared like wireless or through satellites. And we know that the networks can come in different sizes, different designs, different technologies, etc. Now we will see the network hardware. There are two criteria in designing a network. That is transmission technology and scale. Transmission technology describes how the data is shared in the network. That is, what is the technology used in the computer network. And the scale means the size of the network or the range or the area covered by the network. So we will say transmission technology. There are two types of transmission technology. One is broadcast network, the other is point-to-point network. In a broadcast network, the data sent by the sender is transmitted to all the machines in the network. In point-to-point network is like sender to receive. From the sender, the data is directed to the receiver. So in broadcast network, there is only a single communication channel and that is shared by all the machines in the network. The data is divided into small segments called packets. So each packet has a particular format and the same format is repeated for all the packets. The format is like the first field will be the header, then the data, and then the trailer. The header part will contain the address of the sender, then the address of the receiver, then the order of the packet. The order means the packet number. Then comes the data field, then the trailer part. The trailer part indicates that the packet is ending. It is the end of the packet. Then there is some means for error check and all. So this is the format of the packet. All the packets follow the same format, and such packets are forwarded in the entire network. The sender transmits the data as packets, and the packets are received by all the computers in the network. Once a machine receives a packet, it checks for the address field, and if the address field is matching with the machine will process the data. The machine with the wrong address or if the address is not matching with the any of the machines, such machines will neglect the data packet. In point-to-point transmission, as the name indicates, there is one sender and one receiver. The network consists of many connections between individual pairs of machines. To go from the source to the destination, each packet has to visit one or more intermediate machines. These intermediate machines can be switches, routers, etc. For each packet, to travel from the source to the destination, there will be multiple routes available. These routes can be of different lengths. So the packet need to follow the best route or the shortest route to reach the destination. Small networks normally use broadcasting transmission, while large networks normally use the point-to-point transmission. Now we will see the classification of network based on the scale. Scale means the area covered by the network or the range of the network. Based on the scale, we can classify network as local area networks, metropolitan area networks, and wide area networks. First comes local area network. The local area networks are restricted to small area. These are the networks which cover small areas. These are mainly privately owned networks, like the networks within a single office building, a campus, a school, etc. These local area networks are used to share resources and exchange information. To share resources means in an office, all the individual computers can access the printer. There will be a single printer and it will be accessed by many computers. And then software, there will be a server computer, and each computer can access the softwares or the data in the server from the server computer. In local area network, the worst case transmission time is known. That is because the network is small. We can calculate the maximum time delay that can occur in a local area network. So, accordingly, we can use some kind of network design to improve the transmission time and to do the network management. Mostly the LANs use bus topology or ring topology. Bus topology. In bus topology, all the machines are connected to a bus. A bus means a linear cable. At any instant, only one device can become the master. That is, only one device can access the bus and send the data at a time. The other machines are required to refrain from sending. When one device is using the bus, the other machines have to wait until the transmission is completed. Some arbitration mechanism must be used, or some protocol must be used when two machines need to send the data at the same time. The mostly used LAN in bus topology is Ethernet. In ring topology, the devices are connected in a circular path. So each device is connected to two other devices, and every bit in the packet propagates around the ring, even without waiting for the rest of the packet to there must be some arbitration or some protocol if two devices want to access the ring at the same time. For example, each device is given a chance to transmit to access the ring, and each can take a turn and transmit the data. Example for ring topology is IBM token ring. Metropolitan area network. Metropolitan area network is an interconnection of multiple LANs. It covers a city or large geographical area. Examples are cable TV networks, bank networks, etc. In cable TV networks, it covers usually covers a city, and it is the network is through cabling. Initially, it was the cable TV networks were used for TV transmission purpose only. Now, later on, they are using these networks for internet services also. In bank networks, the different branches of the bank are connected through multiple metropolitan area network. The data is centralized, and each the different branches of the bank can access the data from the access the data through MAN, and they are interconnected through multiple metropolitan area networks. They are more expensive than local area networks, as large amount of cabling is required. It is less secure than LAN due to multiple access. Wide area networks. Wide area networks are the networks that cover large geographical areas, that is a country or a continent. In wide area networks, we call the individual computers or the individual users are hosts, and the hosts are connected by a communication subnet. The subnet has two components, the transmission lines and the switching elements. The subnet carries the messages from the host to host. The transmission lines in the subnet carry the data. They are optic fiber, copper wire, or telephone cables, etc. The switching elements are specialized computers that can connect 3 or more transmission lines. They are also called routers. The router decides through which line the data packet is to be transmitted. Each transmission line in the subnet is connected to a pair of routers. If a router wishes to communicate and do not share the common transmission lines, they do this through intermediate routers. When a packet is received at the intermediate router, it is stored in the router until the output line is free, and then the packet is forwarded. This method is called store and forward or packet switched subnets. You can see the picture. The sending host cuts the message into individual packets, and each packet has a number which indicates its order. The packets are injected into the network one at a time, and these are transported individually and is deposited at the receiver. At the receiver, these packets are reassembled and the original message is reproduced. There are many routing algorithms to decide the path to forward the packets at the router, and the routing decisions are made at the individual routers. These are packet switched networks, but there is satellite communication system also used in the wide area networks. So we can wind up here. Thank you.